what would drive humans to leave Earth on a one-way ticket to Mars.
Achoo! It's my hay fever. I'm allergic to the planet.
There's a world of pollen blocking my nose.
There are 2 billion cats on Earth.
If only they tried. Nasonex Allergy. Nasonex Allergy targets 4 allergic responses. It gives you more effective hay fever relief than antihistamine tablets. Nasonex Allergy. Enjoy Earth.
If you're not in a financial position to live the lifestyle you deserve, ask yourself one simple question. Why? I'm Andrew Barnett, founding partner of LTG Gold Rock. And today, we want to give you free and direct access to watch us trade live. You'll get to see the investment strategy and tools we've developed that hundreds of Australians just like you are using to earn their way to financial independence without banks or fund managers.
It's simple, it's easy to follow, professionals help you all the way, and it helps you make money.
The lifestyle, the income is just fantastic.
Register for LTG Gold Rock's exclusive offer today, and you'll receive free and direct access to our live online trading room. My team and I will trade live in front of you, so you can see in real time on a real account just how much money you could make by following our trades. You have the potential to live the life of your dreams. Go to dailytrade.com.au to register now.
Let's kick it and rip it! Kick it and rip it!
We don't insure Captain Risky, but you can get 25% off car insurance online with Budget Direct. Quote now.
Make your Super Dad's Day at Golf Box. Callaway gloves, 6-pack, now $49. Tailor-made set of 8 irons, half price, $4.99. Ashworth shoes, just $99. Or make Dad's Day with a Golf Box gift card. Now at golfbox.com.au.
Welcome to QuickBooks Online from Intuit. Manage your small business finances with it. It's easy to create an instant invoice and even capture receipts. It's easy to track sales, expenses, BAS and GST. Get started with QuickBooks Online today from just $15 a month.
The Audi A3 Runout is now on. Purchase the Audi A3 Sportback with style and technique packages from only $41,000 drive away. The Audi A3 Runout. Timing is everything.
Milk, cream and buttermilk from Australian cows. Mate! How's it going, mate?
Deliciously creamy blue ribbon vanilla made from 100% Australian dairy.
Make your Super Dad's Day at Golf Box. Callaway gloves, 6-pack, now $49. Tailor-made set of 8 irons, half price, $4.99. Ashworth shoes, just $99. Or make Dad's Day with a Golf Box gift card. Now at golfbox.com.au.
There's a first time for everything. She likes shapes, colors, numbers. You see that she is driven by the need to create. Your skill is support, enabling her to do what she loves. You watch as her world and ideas progress, increase. Together you see your next step forward, a new chapter in your lives. There's a first time for everything.
Before season 4 of A Place to Call Home begins,
I'm doing what I must to protect us all.
see it all unfold from the very beginning.
Miss Adams was here. She's told your father everything.
I won't forget your kindness, George.
Staying, aren't you?
I might have made staying impossible.
A Place to Call Home, seasons 1 to 3, starts Saturday morning from 7:30 on box sets. Find box sets in the Foxtel Drama Pack.
Your brother betrayed you for the power of Rome and sent you into slavery. If you want revenge, there is a way. Win the race and start a revolution.
Brace for impact!
First to finish,
last to die. Come on!
Ben-Hur. In cinemas August 25.
Declaring the winner by submission, Nate!
I'm not surprised.
This is the game. We win some, we lose some, but I will never shy away from a challenge.
You were about to quit the fight game. I never quit, ever. Better step it up for this one.
The only approach I changed is I dug the grave a little bit wider, a little bit longer. I'll bury him.
He better hope it goes down like that.
UFC 202, live this Sunday from 12 p.m. on Main Event. Order now.
Be told
talks, he laughs, he looks you in the eye, he smiles. How's he autistic? I don't understand.
He's Joe. He's always been Joe. Why wouldn't we want him to be Joe?
This is about Joe. It's not about me.
Is it? He's a kid who can't make himself heard in a family of loudmouths.
To us, fighting like only a loving family can.
The A Word starts September 4 on BBC First.
You're watching Sky News Money.
Money Exchange is brought to you by Go Markets, your first choice for Forex.
This year, see Europe's best together. The best of La Liga, live on beIN Sports. La Liga 2016 starts tomorrow 6 a.m. on beIN Sports.
For 30 years, the discoveries of the Murdoch Children's Research Institute have been making a difference to the health of children everywhere. What will we discover next?
Before season 4 of A Place to Call Home begins,
I'm doing what I must to protect us all.
see it all unfold from the very beginning.
Miss Adams was here. She told your father everything.
I won't forget your kindness, George.
You're staying, aren't you?
I might have made staying impossible.
A Place to Call Home, seasons 1 to 3, starts Saturday morning from 7:30 on box sets. Find box sets in the Foxtel Drama Pack.
Come tomorrow, there's a brand new principal in town. And his name is Neil Gamby.
Starting Monday, 8:30.
First thing I'm gonna do when I become principal is fire you.
2 vice principals after 1 top job.
Surprise! Neil! Damn it, Ray! You broke my computer!
The new comedy from HBO. Vice Principals starts Monday, 8:30. New to comedy. Get the Comedy Channel in the Entertainment Plus pack.
What thou seest, and thou dost wake, do it for thy true love. Take.
I love thee.
I do hate thee and love Helena.
The feature-length event.
Lord, what fools these mortals be.
A Midsummer Night's Dream. August 28 on BBC First. Then available in Foxtel anytime.
Wine sounds so good. And yet can taste so bad.
Are you gonna be okay?
But what if your next choice was spot on? The right grade, price, match. And what about recorking?
This will extend the life even up to 10 days.
There's so much choice. But these guys are going to help you decide like a pro. Life's too short for bad wine.
I like it.
So do I.
Oh, what?
The Wine Show, a brand new series, starts Thursday 8:30 on Lifestyle Food. Then available in Foxtel anytime.
This is Money Exchange with Andrew Barnett.
Hello, I'm Andrew Barnett and welcome to Money Exchange, Australia's only dedicated currency program that keeps you up to date with everything you need to know about global currency markets. In the wake of low interest rates, lower inflation figures and arguably a weakening economy, the Aussie dollar keeps marching on higher. Many traders, including me, predicted the Aussie dollar would be closer to 60 cents rather than 80 cents by the end of 2016. So what's driving the Aussie dollar higher and what's the probability of seeing it at 80 cents next month? We'll cross to Singapore shortly to talk to TD Securities' Annette Beecher to find out. In the wake of the UK deciding to leave the European Union, the Bank of England has dropped its official cash rate and injected more stimulus, citing a weakening UK economy. The pound has seemingly fallen out of bed in 2016 after rising against the Aussie dollar for 2.5 years. So how much lower could the pound go? Stephen Dooley from Western Union will join me here in the studio tonight, and we'll get his thoughts on how much further the pound has to fall. Also tonight on Money Exchange, our currency quiz question of the week returns. And if you're quick enough with the right answer, you could win a trading account at Go Markets worth $250. Joining me here in the studio is Stephen Dooley. And Stephen, the pound rose against the Aussie dollar for 4 years, hitting a high in 2015 of 2.23. But since July 2015, it's fallen 22% to now be trading at 1.71. So how much lower could the pound go? Thanks for joining us, mate. Tell us, Brexit, interest rates are lower, stimulus from the Bank of England. How much lower could we go with the pound this year?
Well, it certainly seems like, Andrew, we can go a lot further. And if you have a look at some of the analyst forecasts out there at the moment and looking at the British pound versus the US dollar, some forecasts are back at 120, some even down as low as 110. Now we're around 132 at the moment. So from there, a fairly significant move to the downside is expected. As far as the Aussie dollar versus the British pound, the sterling Aussie cross, potentially a move even back down to sort of 160, 155 is really in the realms of a possibility. And of course, it'll depend on how everything plays out over in the UK. This has got a very long time to play out, this story. They still haven't triggered the so-called Article 50, the decision to actually officially start the negotiations to leave the EU. So this has got a lot to play out. It's interesting, though, at the moment, we've seen actually data's been a little bit better than market expected over the last week. And so, for example, inflation numbers a lot stronger than expected, and retail sales was the real surprise because inflation takes a long time to flow through. So that wasn't that much of a surprise that it's still hanging around. But as far as retail sales came, they had a shocking number last month, but last night they had a much better than expected number. And of course, it's sunny over there. There's lots of barbecues and a lot going on. Perhaps even people have decided to stay in the UK for their holidays rather than going over to Spain like they normally do, so that might have pumped it up as well. But it's been interesting the last week or so. Perhaps the really big concerns about Brexit will be unfounded, but this is going to be a very long developing story, and we've seen other indicators quite negative. The PMI, for example, the Purchasing Managers Index, fell by the largest amount we've seen in 20-year history. So that showed that economic sentiment had really been hit as well. So it's going to take a while to flow through.
So given that last night we had better than expected retail sales numbers, a little spike on the pound, generally speaking, we think that's probably going to be reasonably short-lived given the key fundamentals coming down the track.
Well, absolutely, and for traders, I think that it's probably going to turn out to be a good opportunity. Traders will typically be waiting for an opportunity, and when a market's moving higher, they buy the dip. When a market's moving lower, they look to sell the rally. And this has been the rally that I think a lot of people might have been waiting for, because, of course, that initial move in the pound was pretty extreme. So I think absolutely, I mean, it fell 15% in the course of a day. Incredible move. So I think now we've been hanging around near the lows for a while. I think this little bit of a pop higher provides a good opportunity for traders to get short a market that can fall a lot further.
Well, most economists and a lot of fundamental traders have got things wrong this year regarding currency directions. You and I spoke on the program late last year, and we both thought that the Fed, given that they raised rates in December and they gave forward guidance of 4 rate hikes for this year, haven't done anything yet. Most of them have got it wrong, but most of the technical traders following the charts have done reasonably well this year.
Well, it goes to show, I think, when it comes to trading that, the fundamental analysis had its place and technical analysis has its place as well. But when it comes to short-term trading, technical analysis really does I think, come to the fore. And this year it showed us more than ever. And you make note of the US dollar and how the vast majority of economists got that wrong. Well, it's not just the US dollar this year. The euro, everyone thought we'd see further stimulus from the European Central Bank, and that would force the euro later. Instead, it's rallied. The Bank of Japan, we expected them to cut interest rates further, introduce more stimulus. That typically causes a currency to fall. The yen's been one of the weakest currencies for the last 5 years. Instead, it's rallied very, very significantly. So the whole year has been characterised by really economists having to throw their textbooks out the window it's been completely contrary to everything you've learned, but the technicals have been showing the way. So again, when we're looking at trading, I think this year has really shown us that, it doesn't matter, what you necessarily believe or what the economic textbooks tell us, that if you try and instead focus on having a robust strategy and getting in and out that way, then that continues to be effective, even when all the experts get it wrong. I think it's been an incredible example for everyone this year.
Many of the central banks have really lost control of their currencies now too. Tell us, Stephen, the Aussie dollar is such a popular currency amongst many Asian traders and even in Europe. Why is that? Why is the Aussie dollar so popular and the Kiwi dollar amongst global currency traders?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. If you look really when the Australian dollar started outperforming, it was immediately after that Brexit vote. And what happened after the Brexit vote? Well, interest rates around the world took another step lower. And, we've got negative interest rates in, right throughout Europe now, particularly in Germany, in Switzerland, negative interest rates in Japan, and now even in the UK. So all of a sudden, if you're looking for anywhere to invest your money, the last place you want to invest your money is somewhere with negative interest rates. Australia and New Zealand, with relatively high interest rates, they've really taken that next step higher since that Brexit vote. And so that's, I think, fascinating to see that that's been the next leg higher in the Aussie dollar has been a result of that hunt for yield. Now, the hunt for yield, how long does it continue for? No one really knows. Typically, the so-called carry trade, it ends in tears. There's the old joke that it's like picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. You make a couple of bucks a day, but eventually you get hit by the steamroller. But for now, it's working well for traders and investors.
Well, it's right now as we sit here heading into Christmas, in the back half of the year, of course. Pound lower at this stage, Aussie dollar potentially higher. Stephen, thanks so much for coming in and joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
We're going to take a short break, but coming up after the break, we're going to chat with Annette Beecher from TD Securities to find out if the Fed is likely going to raise rates between now and Christmas. Don't go away.
What would drive humans to leave Earth on a one-way ticket to Mars?
It's my hay fever. I'm allergic to the planet.
There's a world of pollen blocking my nose.
There are 2 billion cats on Earth.
If only they tried. Nasonex Allergy. Nasonex Allergy targets 4 allergic responses. It gives you more effective hay fever relief than antihistamine tablets. Nasonex Allergy. Enjoy Earth.
Welcome to QuickBooks Online from Intuit. Manage your small business finances with it. It's easy to create an instant invoice and even capture receipts. It's easy to track sales, expenses, BAS and GST. Get started with QuickBooks Online today from just $15 a month.
Great value car or home insurance. Call 133 QBE or visit qbe.com.au today.
The Audi A3 runout is now on. Purchase the Audi A3 sedan with style and technic packages. From only $45,000 drive away. The Audi A3 runout. Timing is everything.
Money Exchange is brought to you by Go Markets, your first choice for Forex.
History shows there is usually only one reason why a central bank lowers interest rates, and that's because the economy is weakening. And when we do see interest rates lowered, we usually see the local currency decline in value. After 12 months of sitting on its hands, the RBA has dropped rates twice in 2016, but the Aussie dollar has rallied 4 cents since the first cut in May. Isn't it supposed to be falling? Joining us from Singapore to help us figure it all out is Head of Research at TD Securities, Annette Beecher. Hi Annette, and welcome to Money Exchange.
Hi, Andrew. Good to see you.
And the Aussie dollar is close to its 2016 highs, or it was until this afternoon when we saw a little bit of a sell-off. What do you think the chances are we could see the Aussie dollar above 80 cents sometime in September?
Well, I don't think you can rule anything out. And just to tie into your last segment, I feel like I have to defend the economist sort of sisterhood here and say, well, look, the Fed themselves was telling us that there would be 4 hikes this year, as you just discussed, and I don't think they'll be hiking at all this year. So calling us wrong, I think, is probably a little on the harsh side, given that the central banks don't really seem to know what they're doing from 1 month to the next. But I think one lesson we can really learn is that we should stop listening to central bankers, because a classic case is, as you said, the Fed said they would hike 4 times, and how many times do we get the message from the RBA that monetary policy can only do so much, the outlook for the economy is looking okay, and why aren't consumers happier than they are? So we seem to be told that Australia is looking okay, and then we get rate cuts. So we've got a lot of mixed messages this year, so no wonder we're all over the place when it comes to trying to forecast the Aussie dollar. So if it is 80 cents in the coming weeks and months, there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, I think China's looking okay. We've seen iron ore go from $38 to 60 plus this year. No one was really looking at that. And the rest of the world still has 0, if not negative interest rates. No one expected any of that a year ago. And so I don't think I can rule out Aussie going to 80. And I think, to be honest, it's more likely to be 80 than below 70 between now and year end.
OK, I mean, these central banks now, would you agree that they have essentially lost control of their currencies with respect to being able to drop rates and add stimulus and hope that the market sees that as a sign of weakness, as push it lower? I mean, we look at the Bank of Japan, we even look at here at the RBA, they like the Aussie dollar lower. Is it safe to say now that they have lost control?
Well, I wouldn't say they've lost control. I would say we're just more beholden to the Fed and the US dollar than ever. I mean, it's a zero-sum game here. Everybody can't want a weaker currency. It just doesn't work out that way. But I guess one of the issues with central banks losing control of their currencies is, as I say, they tend to do one thing and introduce another. I think the Bank of Japan's a perfect example, whereby they said negative interest rates are not on our agenda, and 3 days later it is, and if not sooner. It takes us back to the Swiss National Bank, you know, January before last. Oh, the peg is a key part of our strategy, and then they drop it a few days later. And so central banks can't sit there saying, why have we lost our credibility, when fairly regularly over the last 12 to 18 months they've said one thing and done another.
Exactly. I think it's reasonably safe to say the Aussie dollar's been drifting higher because of our higher yield here in Australia, and whether the Fed puts rates up or not between now and the end of the year, given that where rates are here in Australia, at least the Aussie dollar appears to be supported at this time. And the rate cuts here at the RBA, at what point do you think it's going to have a psychological impact in the reverse on the consumers here in Australia, given that we're seeing the economy with inflation and growth below trend? Interest rates are now significantly lower than where they were a couple of years ago, and the banks aren't passing on the full cuts. At what time do you think it's going to become reasonably, don't want to use the word desperate, but the consumers are certainly not silly. They're starting to wake up to the fact that things aren't doing so well here and the Aussie dollar isn't going lower?
Well, and all the above. But I don't think this is necessarily new. I think this is something that's probably been going for the last 12 months. We know Glenn Stevens now has a foot out the door as governor of the RBA, but he's been frustrated for at least the last 2 to 3 years, saying, why aren't consumers feeling better? And I think that situation is still the case. Let's look at this week, for example. I mean, wages growth at 2.1%. I mean, that's twice inflation. So, in fact, your average household dollar is going further than what you thought 12 months ago. We all know those people who own or are in the process of buying and paying off a house. House prices are strong. Anyone's econometric model used to say that, you know, low interest rates and strong house prices is a recipe for spending, and yet consumers aren't spending. They're not feeling too good. And I don't think the fact that it might look like the labour market's solid, for example, but we know it's part-time, it's casualised, it's in the services sector, it's not in those hard, good-producing sectors that good, solid jobs used to be. And so people just don't feel too good. And to me, cutting interest rates time and time again just makes that worse. I don't think anyone is deliberately refinancing their mortgage and spending the difference. And so to me, monetary policy is completely ineffective. I didn't think the RBA should have cut last month at all. I think they should have sat tight, because they've now set themselves up that every time inflation prints below 2%, the market's going to get ahead of themselves and look for a cut. And if the RBA doesn't deliver, we may get our 80 cents Aussie dollar, and round we go. So I think we're in for a tough time over the next couple of months, and incoming RBA Phil Lowe is going to have a big job ahead of him.
Annette, I love having you on the program because you don't sit on the fence, you're direct, and that's what the viewers enjoy. So thank you so much for your time this Friday afternoon. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Andrew. See you again.
Now it's time for a bit of fun here on Money Exchange with our currency quiz question of the week. If you're the first person to correctly answer the following question, you'll win a currency trading account at Go Markets that comes with a $250 trading credit. All you need to do is go to thecurrencyquiz.com, that's thecurrencyquiz.com, and be the first person to answer the following question. In what year was the Aussie dollar floated? In what year was the Aussie dollar floated? I'm going to give you a clue. Prime Minister Hawke and Treasurer Keating, and we won an Olympic gold medal a few days ago in the sailing in Rio. It was around about the time of Australia too. So if you can add those few things together and go to thecurrencyquiz.com and put your answer in, you may be first and you may win that $250 trading account at Go Markets. So make sure you're quick and get into that. Well, sadly, that's all we have time for tonight on our first Money Exchange program back for this year. We trust you've joined the show, and we'll be back at the same time next week. I'll see you then.
Osteoarthritis pain? Not today.
Panadol Osteo, Australia's #1. For fast pain relief that lasts for up to 8 hours. Choose #1. Choose Panadol Osteo.
Are you getting the best deal on your car or home insurance? QBE Send and Switch makes it 100% easy to see if you can pay less. Just snap a photo of your current policy and email it to sendandswitch@qbe.com.au with your phone number. And we'll call you back with our best deal. Email your current policy to sendandswitch@qbe.com.au today.
There's a first time for everything. Every challenge is unique, and every challenge requires its own solution. It just takes one step forward, and a world of endless possibilities will open up. I know my business better than anyone. I know my students better than anyone. I'm a do-it-yourself person, a businesswoman, an artist.
Milk, cream and buttermilk from Australian cows. Mate! How's it going, mate?
Deliciously creamy blue ribbon vanilla, made from 100% Australian dairy.
Mate!
The Audi A3 runout is now on. Purchase the Audi A3 Sportback with style and technique packages from only $41,000 drive away. The Audi A3 runout. Timing is everything.
If you're not in a financial position to live the lifestyle you deserve, ask yourself one simple question. Why? I'm Andrew Barnett, founding partner of LTG Gold Rock, and today we want to give you free and direct access to watch us trade live. You'll get to see the investment strategy and tools we've developed that hundreds of Australians just like you are using to earn their way to financial independence without banks or fund managers.
It's simple, it's easy to follow, professionals help you all the way, and it helps you make money.
The lifestyle, the income is just fantastic.
Register for LTG Gold Rock's exclusive offer today, and you'll receive free and direct access to our live online trading room. My team and I will trade live in front of you, so you can see in real time on a real account just how much money you could make by following our trades. You have the potential to live the life of your dreams. Go to dailytrade.com.au to register now.
Why would humans leave Earth for Mars forever?
I'm allergic to the planet.
Nasonex Allergy targets 4 allergic responses. It gives more effective hay fever relief than antihistamine tablets. Enjoy Earth.
Own luxury in the BMW X1 xDrive 25i from $65,900 drive away. Arrange a test drive today and own the dream.
Rush into Repco for a massive weekend sale. It's a massive 25% off batteries, 30% off trailer parts and trailer lights, a massive 40% off globes and 40% off all wipers. So rush into Repco this weekend only. Don't miss out.
Wine sounds so good, and yet can taste so bad.
Are you going to be okay?
But what if your next choice was spot on? The right grade, price, match, and what about recorking?
This will extend the life even up to 10 days.
There's so much choice, but these guys are going to help you decide like a pro. Life's too short for bad wine.
Quite like it.
So do I.
Oh, what? The Wine Show, a brand new series, starts Thursday 8:30 on Lifestyle Food. Then available in Foxtel anytime.
Style is intoxicating. It's effortless. It's knowing who you are. Style is limitless. Don't let your style harbour inside you. Build it with Austral bricks.
Selling property comes with so many questions.
How do you find a good agent?
How do you find an agent you can trust?
The answer is very simple.
Open agent.
Open agent.
Open agent.
Using Open Agent takes the risk out of selecting the wrong agent.
You've got to get a great agent if you want top dollar.
The agent they recommended was so caring and professional.
They shortlisted the 2 best agents for us.
They made it easy.
They listened and found us an excellent agent.
Selling with the right agent means less stress and could add up to a $40,000, $50,000, even $100,000 difference on your sale.
He sold our house in just 1 week for a good price.
And the price we got was well over our reserve.
Simply type in your postcode to get started. Compare real estate agents in your area and choose the right agent for you. It's 100% free for sellers.
I'm so glad I talked to Open Agent first.
Visit openagent.com.au or call us on 13 24 34.
Osteoarthritis pain? Not today.
Panadol Osteo, Australia's #1 for fast pain relief that lasts for up to 8 hours. Choose #1. Choose Panadol Osteo.
The Audi A3 runout is now on. Purchase the Audi A3 sedan with style and Technic packages. From only $45,000 drive away. The Audi A3 runout. Timing is everything.
There are rules about what you see on TV. The industry association Astra has developed codes of practice covering programming on subscription television channels like this one. To see the codes, visit the Astra website at astra.org.au.
It's back. The most talked about TV programs being talked about.
Apparently. Stupid. Shut up. What?
What's all the fuss about?
That was the best thing that's happened all year.
A brand new season. Gogglebox. Watch it Wednesday, 7:30 on Lifestyle. Then available in Foxtel anytime.
Come tomorrow, there's a brand new principal in town. And his name is Neil Gamby.
Starting Monday, 8:30.
First thing I'm going to do when I become principal is fire you.
2 vice principals after 1 top job.
Surprise!
computer.
The new comedy from HBO. Vice Principals starts Monday, 8:30. New to comedy. Get the Comedy Channel in the Entertainment Plus pack.
You're watching Sky News Money.
Money Exchange is brought to you by Go Markets, your first choice for Forex.